The Japanese of Tokyo, on the other hand, when they've had a rough night, come rushing right in here to pull themselves together again. This is Tokyo Onsen, a real service station for washing and lubrication of the Japanese who had a little too much last night. The perfectly smooth running of this service station is in the hands of 100 girls dressed only in shorts and bras. Thus the customer, in the midst of such tortures, is at least given the comfort of the view. A nice Japanese custom prescribes that the clients be naked. We have covered them up in homage to a polite custom of our own. Japan is perhaps the cleanest country in the world. Baths and massages are rituals as ancient as its civilization. In Tokyo, a city of 10 million inhabitants, 6 million women look after 4 million men each day, cuddling, admiring, serving, and massaging them, all busy making their lives pleasant as prescribed by an ancient and very admirable tradition. Thus the Japanese man, with each inch of his body explored, cleaned, invigorated, and scrubbed, without the least cooperation on his part, can indulge whenever he wishes in that sublime relaxation that his God promised him only after death. The Chinese man also gives himself over to the hands of a woman when the day of his last public appearance comes. Buddha is a capricious god that either likes you or doesn't. And when he opens the gates to the flowered garden, doesn't he sometimes pay more attention to the deceased's appearance than to the sum of his virtues? This is the funeral of a rich Chinese in a temple of the city of Macau. Friends place offerings of food on the altar so that he can eat on his long last voyage. Then they bow before the family in mourning. In a corner of the temple, a woman burns up a lot of money. Only this way can he take it with him and preserve the greatest luxury in this and apparently also the other life, wealth. The heirs watch the solemn ceremony in tears. Not only here in Singapore, but in all of Malaya, the Chinese represent more than 2/3 of the population. Untiring in their studies of endless ways of making money, they are at the same time also known for their physical laziness. They don't dance, they don't swim, they don't run, they don't jump, and they don't play football. Actually, the Chinese, just as they don't like to waste money, don't waste their energies either. They prefer to use them at the table or in bed. There's not another city on this earth where so much is eaten as in Chinatown, the Chinese quarter of Singapore. Just as there is no race as prolific as the yellow race. Between one snack and another, the Chinese find time to fill their houses with dozens of legitimate and illegitimate children. thus assuring themselves a good number of birthdays to celebrate with heavy dinners. The Chinese celebrate all festive events at the dinner table. Religious holidays, national holidays, good business deals, the bankruptcy of their competitor, a peril avoided, marriage, births, and even death. Here, photographs are prohibited. We have forced our way through a barrier to show you the House of Death in Singapore. The hopelessly sick are all brought here in this tragic boarding house for the dying. In the Chinese houses filled to the rafters with children, there is no place for them. Down in the street, the relatives await the moment of the funeral with serene certainty. If you don't die soon, the Chinese pray, your good dinner will get cold. Seeing us eat, the Chinese say, he will get hungry. Death is slow in coming. The Chinese urge the gods on with a dance.